Cory Sandhagen just called out Sean O'Malley to fight at the White House, and this fight needs to happen. But Sean O'Malley has rumors that he's going to be fighting someone else, which we'll get to. But first, hear what Cory has to say.
Have you allowed yourself to think of what's next yet? Are you in that mode yet?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Okay.
I think that me and O'Malley has to happen,
There
right?
it is. That's the
Yeah,
one.
That is the one. I agree with Ariel here. This has to happen right now. There has never been a better time for these two guys to fight. We've all been asking for it for, it feels like years, literally, that we want O'Malley and Sandhagen to fight. These styles need to collide, please.
yeah, if there's ever a time to do it, man, it's now. I don't know if he's booked on anything or that
He's not booked on anything, but there are rumors. We'll get to that.
White House card would be sick to fight on against O'Malley. I think that there's one fight in the division that people are like really, really calling for, like over and over and over again, and it's me and O'Malley. So,
Yes.
I mean, if you threw us on that White House card, I think that that would be such a gigantic fight.
I totally agree. That like the White House would be an awesome event for those two to fight at. It just feels like it would be like a Tekken style matchup, like or Mortal Kombat or something like that, where you got this super scenic environment and these two flashy strikers doing like crazy moves on each other. I would love to see it there, but at the same time, that's a while out. That's like what 8 months from now, and O'Malley had like fought a few months ago already. I'm sure he wants to get back in there. So
It's kind of a ways away, so I'm not stoked on that. But for such a huge card against such a good fighter and a really big opportunity for kind of the both of us to give the fans what they really want to see, it'd be worth waiting for. So
do you think that it's worth waiting for? Like, if O'Malley wanted to fight sooner, like he had to do it in March, like, do you think that Sandhagen should just fight in March, or do you think that this is the type of fight that we should really have on the White House card? I was thinking about doing a video of like what the dream White House card would look like, and I feel like this fight would be one of those ones that I would probably put on there. But what do you think?
Call you up and say, hey, March, let's say. Are you down with that, or are you dead set on trying to get this on that card, that White House card?
no, for sure, March is good. I definitely don't want to wait that long either. So it
Okay.
would be, yeah, it'd be great to do it earlier too. I just know that that fight that card is going to be gigantic, and a lot of people are going to watch it, and it's going to be really historic, so that's kind of cool. But I mean, if it just means main eventing somewhere else and fighting O'Malley, then yeah, I got no problem doing that either. I mean, that to me is the biggest fight that you can make in the division outside of a championship fight, and I think it doesn't make too much more sense than it ever has now.
Couldn't agree more. And, two Americans fighting on the White House card as well would be perfect. But the Asians are coming to take the American jobs. Song Yadong is out here trying to get the fight with Sean O'Malley on the 6th of December. I I don't like this. I like the idea of these two fighting, but now with the Sandhagen thing, like this cannot happen. But here's Sean's reaction when this news first broke.
Everyone and their grandmother is sending me the screenshots of Song Yadong versus Suga at December 6th. People are saying, yo, congrats, when does fight camp start? All this and that. I'm assuming it started because someone sent me, I think Garrett showed me or Tim showed me, there was when the fights were in China, Song took a
China.
picture with Marab and said, I'll see you, he's fighting me next or whatever. To be honest, I don't know what the plan is. There's nothing official on my side. I haven't talked to UFC specifically on who, when, and where.
So there's nothing announced. We don't need to book that fight in. We can find somebody else for Song Yadong. And I've actually found someone else that I think is perfect. But we don't need to book this in.
Song seems like a great next opponent, though. I mean, it makes sense. I like.
It would be a fun fight. I mean, let's just all be real. Like Song Yadong versus Sean O'Malley, that would be a fun fight. Song's got heavy hands. He comes in, he's to like fight to the death, basically. I think he would. It would be an awesome fight.
Like the matchup. That seems good. As far as the date goes, December, January, February, fucking November. I'm ready to go.
And this is the problem. Like O'Malley just wants to get in there right now. He doesn't. It's not like he doesn't want to wait a year. He has waited basically a year before for the title fights that he's had. Like when he fought Aljo and when he fought Merab again, like he has no problem waiting a year for the title shot. But I don't know if he's going to want to wait for for Sandhagen. I feel like he should though. Oh,
I'm ready to go. Call me next week. And I'll probably say that's too short notice. But I do like the matchup. Makes sense. I'm healthy. I'm feeling good. Been training like a motherfucker. And again, I like that matchup a lot. So me versus Song. That's what's next.
ugh, I don't love it. I don't love it. This is Sean's weird other brother that's not his usual Bro Malley podcast member. But here's the thing. Sean O'Malley was actually calling out Sandhagen earlier in the year when the co-main event of the Max Holloway Dustin Poirier fight fell out. O'Malley wanted Sandhagen on like short notice then. So it's like, watch this.
Well, Cory said that if he were to win, that he would want you to be his first title defense. How would you approach that matchup?
I wouldn't say
So if Cory won against Merab, we would have probably been seeing Sean O'Malley get another title shot. That would have been crazy.
no. If they said, hey, Cory beat Merab, you're fighting Cory for the title, I'd feel a little weird coming off 2 losses to fight for the title again. But I would, I'm not going to say no to a title fight, especially against Cory. Yeah, me versus Cory. I was actually trying to fight Cory when the co-main event fell out for that Max and Dustin fight. I threw my name out there to UFC. I was like, I mean, 3 weeks, me versus Cory would be sweet, but it didn't really make sense for the UFC. Cory versus Merab was the next fight to make. But yeah, me versus Cory is a very interesting fight. That's one that's bound to happen sooner than later, probably.
Man, I agree. Everyone feels this way, right? Like this is a fight that just has to happen one day. Like, and there's no better time than right now. And it did feel a little bit like sort of. I remember when Sean O'Malley tried to get that fight with Sandhagen on that Dustin Poirier Max Holloway card. Everyone was like, dude, what are you doing? He obviously has the fight with Merab coming up. Are you just trying to get him on like short notice where he hasn't fully prepared for you or something like that? But full camp, fully prepared. The 2 best strikers in the division, the 2 flashiest strikers with like awesome knockout highlight reels that are elusive and have the same type of like footwork patterns. I need to see this fight. This has to happen, guys. Like, I want to give my early prediction. I feel like Sandhagen's wrestling is going to play an interesting factor in this fight where he has way better wrestling than O'Malley, and he could put a lot of pressure. He could use the Merab style wrestling approach to try and drain O'Malley and like win rounds here. But he's not ragdolling O'Malley. Like Sandhagen's not that strong. He doesn't have that same type of Merab strength or style, and that would be super draining for him to try and basically implement that for 25 minutes, seeing as it's not his style. And Sean is also super elusive, right? Like these guys are going to be fighting on the outside, picking shots, things like that. I do think that Cory might try to use the clinch to, get O'Malley up against the cage and wear him down a little bit and things like that. But Sean has more power than Sandhagen. Sandhagen like gets off a lot of shots. He's good at catching points, and when he can time a guy right, he can like land something perfect. But he doesn't have just that scary type of knockout power that puts guys on notice as soon as they get touched. And O'Malley does. O'Malley can change the fight at any moment with a strike, even if it's not to just like knock Sandhagen out. He can make Sandhagen hurt really quickly. So I think that is going to play probably one of the biggest factors, because to me, Cory's path to winning is point fighting and Merabing to a decision, like win 3 or 4 of the rounds by just being more active and, putting more strikes on and not really getting hurt the whole time. And I think 25 minutes with O'Malley, he's going to be able to find that shot when it's a mostly striking battle. And I sort of think of it like I'm wearing my World Series of Poker sweater from when I went and played in Vegas last year. But when you play poker with people who have never played before, it's like weird. You don't know you don't know how to play against them because they don't know what they're doing, right? And I feel like when O'Malley and Sandhagen fight a guy like Marab, that's sort of what's happening. It's like I'm striking with a guy that's just like throwing everything at me with no, setups or anything. I don't know what to do here with this guy. But when they're fighting each other, like it's a chess match, and I think that Cory Sandhagen could potentially be better at that chess match, but that one punch power that O'Malley has just has the ability to like rock the board and send all the pieces everywhere, So this fight needs to happen. We cannot let this go. If O'Malley really needs to fight soon, maybe you could do a tune-up fight with Song Yadong, but there's so much risk. You lose that fight. This fight between him and Cory is just diminished completely, right? I think make the fight happen. I think wait till the White House card, get the camps ready, get these guys super prepared, get everyone excited, build up this fight, get the trash talk, the memes, all the social media stuff going. This could be awesome, right? And for Song Yadong, here's the best fight for him. Some guy made a screenshot of when they played on UFC 5 or whatever, but Song Yadong versus Davison Figueiredo, awesome fight. It's a fresh matchup. Figgy's just coming off of a good win. They both have heavy hands. There's a likely KO in this fight coming, for sure. And it would just be a super exciting fight. Let this happen. Let O'Malley Sandhagen happen, and maybe there's like a matchup that can happen out of whatever goes on there, right? But O'Malley versus Sandhagen, let's make it happen at the White House card. Otherwise, what are you going to do? You're going to put it on just like a main event of a fight night with no, right? And then if you put it on a pay-per-view, it's never going to be the main event. So White House card, open the card up with O'Malley, open the main card up with O'Malley versus Cory Sandhagen. Boom! Oh my God. Please make it happen, Dana. 50 G's, baby! All right. Like, subscribe. See you later, guys.